gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Conway, South Carolina, Brooks Stadium, and home of the teal-clad Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Chanticleers will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Liberty's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And, David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably...
There he goes. He's loose. He's inside the 40. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. The Flames, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Goes to the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Off the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Flames will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So Coastal Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
And the Chanticleers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Scanning the field, it's Applewhite. Got his man. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. 4th down coming.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the...
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
The sure hands, it's Power. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Chanticleers are rolling down the field. In the red area, it's Edwards. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And the Chanticleers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Trying play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Good, right down the boulevard. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man, it's Applewhite. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down.
Touchdown, Coastal! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to pass. It's Sparks. Got it set up on the outside. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Flames will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Coastal Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Powell. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
They had a great job on the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low, and the offensive.
Turning it on! And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by 4 over UCLA. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're in defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. It's complete on the right side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw for it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Offense scoops it up and still going. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Powell. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They'll run the counter. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Now the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard.
They will score! Touchdown, Chanticleer! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Stoneburner. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The Flames come to the line in the hurry-up. DB's right up on the receivers. Dropping back, it's Sparks. Throwing right. And wings it incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Walton.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. Knocked down at the 22, that's a first down. They can still stop the clock. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The shot that clears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And he's got it. Touchdown, Coastal.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Flames will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Making side adjustments here. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And the Chanticleers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down. The Chanticleers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
6th play of the drive coming up. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 60-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. On the run, it's Edwards.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to New Mexico. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Sparks. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
The Flames will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the shot to clears decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Handoff from the gun. Oh, a lot of space. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
Well, obviously the offense went 3-and-out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Coastal Carolina has it. The shot to clear offense headed back to the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Powell. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The shot that clears will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Looking for room. It's Coleman. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Flames trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Some misdirection with the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance